That's me.
Hello everyone. Glad you're here. Glad you're back. And if this is your first time, come on in. Pull up your chair, pull up a seat, sit across the table from me, and let's have some fun today. I am totally thinking outside of the resin mold today while still using resin. If the title or the thumbnail sounded funny, looked funny to you, then good. My job is accomplished so far. You ever seen a catfish for tuna? Me neither, but we're about to. First, let me share with you some of the things I'll be using. And if you want to try this, you can, do it your own way. Add some things that I might have not done or take away and do something different. But the first thing I'm going to utilize is a empty can of tuna. Okay? That's my first thing I need. Second thing, sand. So, I also am going to need some small rocks, some greenery type plants, and you don't need all of this stuff that I'm saying. I'm just here to put out some ideas and let you gain some ideas that you might see me do. Give or take a little, but also I have a little fat cat here. Can you see him? He's tiny, he's little, and he is going to hold a little tiny little fishing pole once I get it glued in there. Isn't he adorable? He's the color of my cat. I'm going to take this out for now, but I don't want to lose it. Oh, and I'll link this in the description box below. You can buy them separately on Amazon or you can buy them in a pack. Here's the little fishing line with the little red bobber. I don't even know if you can see that. Probably not, but trust me, it's there. See that? Adorable. I am going to make this little chunky guy here look like he is fishing in the tuna can. Now, you don't have to do a tuna can. I thought of another great idea. Like, you could use a cat food can. That'd be cute, too. And because the one that I bought, the cat that I bought, came in a pack of 5, you could make them all sit around in a circle and be fishing in here. But what I want to do is make my one little cat sit on the edge, put some rocks in here, put some little green stems around him, and he'll be fishing for tuna in the tuna can. What do you think? Have I lost it? Well, if you think I have, you're probably not that far off, but I also take that as a compliment. All right, let me get everything together, and I'll see you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We're about to get started on this fun endeavor. Okay? I don't have to be so delicate with my mixing because I'm going to add sand. And I'm not worried if I have a couple bubbles because I'm creating a cat fishing in water. So, I'm going to grab my sand. If I had a much lighter sand, I would go for that, but this is what I'm working with today, so I'm just going to roll with it, baby. Sand always gets darker when it hits the resin, which is why I'm going to add some pearlescent powder in here as well. Now, I've got my can. This is thick, like a cake batter. You see that? It doesn't necessarily have to be. You just do it whatever way you want to. Okay, so my tuna can full of sand and resin has been sitting for about an hour. So it's not cured yet, but it's good and tacky. And now I'm going to take some small rocks and create a little edge. So my first layer of rocks is simple. I just grab my popsicle stick and just push them where I need them to be. Now for the second layer, I grab my B7000, put it on top of several different rocks, and start positioning the leftover stones on top of each other, stacking them and then adding more glue where I need it. I've got some fake little greenery here. I'm going to cut off some small pieces, go around and stick them in there. Stick them in the resin sand mix. Sorry, lost my thought process. My greenery is placed exactly where I want it. Now it's time to just let everything sit and cure. Everything is cured, so now I'm just going in with my resin and putting a very minute amount, a very thin layer in the bottom. And what you see me doing now is grabbing a little bag of, it's not quite a sand and it's not as big as a piece of gravel. And I'm going to sprinkle it in the middle of the larger stones. It's going to create a great transitional look. I have 3 little fish here. See how tiny they are? I'm going to use a couple of them for sure. So I went ahead, poured that layer of resin, very tiny, and you saw me go in with some tiny rocks and fill in some empty spaces to give more of a gradual look from the large rocks into this open area here. I am going to take a little fish and put him down in here. Okay, now I'm going back in with a little more resin. I'm going to bring it just high enough to go over the top of my little fish. So I'm spraying my alcohol in there to prevent any bubbles, even though I don't mind having a little bit of bubbles. But I'm telling you guys, this is one of the most fun projects I have done. Okay, my little can is done. I've got my fish right there. Right there. He's about to be caught by other than you-know-who, Mr. Fat Cat. Yep. But Mr. Fat Cat cannot catch that fish because I need to glue in his fishing pole and I need to tie on his line and his bobber, which are right down here. So I'm going to do that really quickly, and then we're going to put him on his little rock and on the side of the can, and he'll be fishing in no time. Okay, here we go. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you.
Also, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other fun projects. And if you enjoyed today's project, please share or give me a thumbs up. But the best part is that you joined me at all today. I really do appreciate it. Thanks, be well, and be blessed.